Hello everyone and welcome to Rule Thirds Reviews. My name is Sean.
My name is Max.
My name is Optimus Prime.
No, Optimus, you cannot be the third person. You're biased. Get out. Once again, hello. Welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Rule Thirds Reviews, Transformers Age of Extinction, expected to break $1 billion at box office. It's a big deal. And it's a special 4th of July review. It's just Max and I. So we're going to get to it. Our first talking point is the plot. Max, why don't you kick us off?
The plot is incredibly, all over the place. It's so complex, and I would say complex in a very convoluted sense. There were only 2 or 3 moments where I was genuinely confused. So it was really convoluted, but I didn't mind it that much. Yeah,
that's something that Michael Bay movies kind of do. I agree, it's really convoluted, but it never let up, which I think is a good thing. It kept events flowing, and it made it just super entertaining. Probably the most entertaining of the series in terms of plot.
For a 2-hour and 45-minute movie, that's really surprising.
So, next is characters. Mark Wahlberg.
I've got to say, Mark Wahlberg was first off a much more interesting and compelling character to watch than Sam whatever, played by Shia LaBeouf.
He's a safer character.
Yeah,
he's easier to watch than what...
And he's so genuine. Mark Wahlberg is such a genuine dude.
That's honestly something I can say for everyone in this movie. It's the first time in the franchise I've been able to see it. It seems like everyone's doing their best, you know? Especially Mark Wahlberg, who's really trying and succeeding in a lot of areas.
I think he was really confident. He wanted this to be the first awesome the first beloved Transformers movie, and I think he did a good job. I really liked Mark Wahlberg. I think
I liked him too. It's hard not to like Mark Wahlberg. Nicola Peltz, meh. Boyfriend, meh.
Really, she's kind of an object for the most part. Not really, given much character outside of that.
Michael Bay, do better with your female characters. Because Michael Bay watches Rule Thirds, if you didn't know.
True, he watches it with his buddy, Optimus Prime.
We kind of need to move on to the robots.
Well, yeah,
the Transformers in the Transformers movie. I like that Optimus was pretty angry.
Oh, yeah, he's, always angry all the time, and I didn't honestly mind it that much, because he's always been so, gotta, in the previous movies, he's always been gotta be a leader, gotta be peaceful, and whatever.
Yeah.
And now, he's kind of on the brink of just, losing it entirely.
It felt more interesting. Yeah, it felt more interesting just how he was upset. He felt more, ironically, human.
Yeah.
It was nice to see that even if they weren't complex, by any means, I could tell you what traits were given to each Transformer. That's something. That is definitely something. On a final note, Stanley Tucci can do no wrong. Stanley Tucci is a treasure. And the big one, the action. That's... Transformers is action the movie. How do we wait this long without talking about it? I thought it was superb action. I mean, of course.
I mean, listen, I think it was much better, well shot action than before. I like the action in the original 3 movies, but this one, it's got action that's a little bit more contained, but also much easier to watch and whatnot. Some really cool slow motion shots. Of course there are plenty of explosions or whatever, but it's it's good action, and we got tons of different kinds of action, not just robot battles, but also car chases and a fist fight and a bunch of just varied action, and varied locations for said action.
I think a lot of reviewers and just general audience just disregard it's a Michael Bay action movie, the action, explosions, move on, but there is quality in it. We shouldn't just disregard action because it's cliche explosions. It's well done cliche explosions. We gotta give them credit for that.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are saying that, Bay, it's getting old, he's run out of ideas, it feels stale. I disagree. I think this was very creative Bayness. I don't think he's running on fumes.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
So, viewer, you ready for the twist? This is gonna be a pretty big twist. The final category of our Transformers review is themes. Themes. Mm-hmm. I, for one, wanted this point brought up because for the first time in a Transformers movie, I could actually tell you it's about something.
I couldn't.
Really?
I think this movie is thematically confusing. Whenever it seems to revolve a lot around what is American and what is un-American when in regards to immigration, but it's also about
No, that's not
so,
what it's about.
The actions that are taken, it's so it's really hard to tell what exactly the screenplay is trying to say.
For the first time in a Transformers movie, it seemed like they had a theme, and they actually did their best to put the plot around it. I'm not saying this is an Academy Award-worthy film. I'm not saying it's super thoughtful or thought-provoking, but I'm saying that it was refreshing to see it not be completely mindless. Okay, Max, additional comments. You got any quick things to add?
I think the cinematography was really well executed. Honestly, I was very impressed. Like, there are certain shots of the movie that are just, like, outstanding. A lot of them have been used for the marketing, and rightly so, because they are, like, crazy to see on the big screen.
So, this one's gonna be a little different, but, Max, your thesis, sir.
Transformers Age of Extinction is, without question, the most difficult movie I've ever had to talk about. Is it good? Is it bad? I honestly can't say. Even with all the parts that I can call good, and all the parts that I can call bad, I have no idea what to call the film as a whole. I have no idea. I am completely inconclusive. Out of 10.
That's exactly my approach. Age of Extinction was absolutely everything I wanted it to be. I think there's a place for a movie that's so unapologetic with delivering all out what it's good at. And as shallow and absurd as the film is, I can honestly say that I would not change a single thing about it. I loved it. That doesn't mean it's good. I don't know if it's good. I'm in the boat with Max. I have no score. Neither of us have scores. So we're just gonna leave it with that. Max said it perfectly. So
it's really difficult to talk about.
But we did talk about it. We made it through this difficult discussion.
Yeah.
Thanks, as always, for joining us on this special 4th of July review. Tune in next time for Dawn of a Planet of the Apes, which is getting spectacular early reviews, so I'm very excited to see it. I loved the Rise of Planet of the Apes. Until then, I'm Sean.
I'm Max.
And this has been an interesting review, so take care. Explosion. Thanks for watching. You can click on the little video right there to see our last video review, or you can click the words video review to see the whole playlist. Don't forget we're also on Facebook and Twitter, and you can get all things film culture at rulethirds.com.